Me leaving Ecuador, I think that's when I felt separation. And then once I came back, I felt separated from my mom. I think there was a lot of like responsibility that like I was not ready for. I know a lot of the time, like I used to feel unaccepted. Like, why am I doing this? Like closing me in to like be this like one thing. I feel sometimes like a waste of space. Pictures and videos really like help me feel present.
Hi,
How are you?
how are you doing?
I'm good. Woke up not too long ago, so I'm still
I
getting my
got
life.
you on that. I totally got you on that because I totally stayed up really late actually editing videos. And I had a meeting at 10 a.m. this morning and I jumped up because I was like, oh.
I had to put like 5 alarms. Like I was like, okay, like I gotta be up by this time.
Oh man, I'm so excited to have you a part of the series. I really am. I know we don't know each other that well, but I do remember like taking class with you like back in the day, and like one of my friends at the time was like, "Who is that guy? Like who is that guy?" I was like, "I don't know, but he's dope, yo." I was like, "He's dope." I was like, "I don't know." And then I, looked at your social media and I was just like, "Oh, he does contemporary too. That's pretty dope." You know what I mean? Um but yeah.
My name is Jerry Luna. I'm originally from Chicago, and I was born and raised here for majority of my life. Growing up, I had I lived in a house. Most all of my siblings lived in Ecuador at the time. Like when I was like 4. So I used to have like neighbors upstairs, and I used to live downstairs, and we used to have like a little door that would just like connect both of our apartments together. So like the people that lived upstairs, like I would consider them my siblings to this day more than like my actual siblings. But my siblings they had later on came when I was like 6 years old to Chicago. So I met them like I met them a little like later on in my life, and it was just something to get used to because it was like a different experience. I also spent some time in Ecuador living there with my mom. Like living in those two different worlds helped me understand a lot. But I know later on, um, once I was 11, like a turning point in my life, me leaving with my mom to Ecuador. I had gone to go see my other siblings, like meet them, my grandma, a lot of family, and it was like a moment of like an emergency because I know my grandma was not feeling okay, and like that would have been maybe like the first time I would have met her because that like I hadn't met any of my grandparents already. My pronouns are he, him, and my ethnicity. My parents come from Ecuador, from I'm Latino. I think I describe myself as an artist because and not a dancer because I feel like I dance, but that's not all that I'm like passionate about. Like I love clothing. I love clothing and I feel like I want to start creating ideas to the point where like I can like combine the two, like dancing and like clothing. Um I love photography. Like I love taking pictures. Like I used to do it actually before I started dancing. And me going to Ecuador, like it was a lot. Like it was a lot for me to like be over there at a new school, like, you know, wearing those uniforms with the ties, like it was a whole different experience. But I love that I got to like experience that as well, because it's like I like, who would have thought, like I feel like I always used to like, I was just always next to my mom. Like I was always with her, like wherever she went. Just a moment that like changed my life, because then after that I came back here and I was like 12, 11 years old, understand how to like live without her. Cause like she couldn't come back. Like she's here now, but like she just got back here like this year.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. I love that. Okay, now we got to go a little deeper. Okay, we got to go a little deeper. Um so since we are having our mental health conversation, like can you share with me like some personal challenges you've had with your own mental health?
I feel like I really get like anxious about like what's next. I feel like I'm kind of in that stage of like okay, like what do I need to do? Like what do I have to do? Sometimes it's just hard for me to like be present with myself. It's hard for me to like fully feel like I'm present like wherever I go, because I feel like there's something else like in the back of my head, and like it feels like there always will be something in the back of my head. And I just know that's like a challenge that I have, because sometimes like I also feel like I have not been taking pictures as much either. And like I've said before, I think that's something that helps me like feel present. And like sometimes I just feel like I'm existing. Like sometimes I just feel like I'm existing, and like I just I reevaluate a lot of things like every day.
Wow, 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 wow. First of all, I want to thank you for sharing that because that's a lot. And most of those stories are pretty personal to you. I can feel that. So thank you for sharing that. The
Thank
one,
you.
yeah,
I know I'm also like not giving up. So like I think that's also what's like, okay, like, you know, today was really bad, but like it doesn't mean that it has to be bad all the time. But like I also won't like kind of put this like toxic positivity on myself. Like it's okay. Because if it's really not, like I need to like sit back and like try to understand why it's not okay.